today, we have a thing of beauty in our office, hey? What do you boys think?
No, it's ugly.
I don't like it. Okay, we're going to send it back.
No,
Terrible.
Hate the carbon fiber. Handmade.
If you read the mag, you would have seen that I was lucky enough to go along to the Indian launch towards the end of last year, where we got to ride all the bikes, and I got to ride this very bike just at the very end of the launch. And unfortunately for me, I'd been kind of leaving it for last because this really is my kind of motorcycle. I said, okay, I'll get it last, and we got caught in really gnarly traffic on the way back in. So I got to experience this bike in real urban traffic, and I couldn't really get to open it up very much. So what I said was, we're going to get it, we're going to take it up for a proper test. So that's exactly what we're going to do this week. Guys, you've seen the bike, obviously, you've looked at it, you've researched it and all that sort of thing. 405,000 Rand is a number. Where do you think they've come in with that number?
On paper, it's all the spec on the paper that tells us that's where they spent the money. But I'm keen to see how it works in
real life,
real world drivability.
Yeah. Look, 405 grand, it is a lot of money. But I want you, if you're questioning it, you need to go and look at this motorcycle. Acres of carbon fiber.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. That's already a massive cost. Olin's front suspension, Olin's rear suspension.
Yeah. Brembo front and rear.
And then
top of the line Brembo brakes, front and rear.
Full Akrapovic.
Full Akrapovic pipe.
Yeah. And it's real carbon fiber. It's not carbon fiber sticker.
No, not at all. There's no stickers on this bike, boy. And just from what I can tell and from what I have felt, fit and finished it's really, guys, it's remarkable.
It's solid. It feels like you got something underneath you.
Well, we'll see.
Just a little bit that we've ridden it around here.
Yeah.
But the other thing I have to say, just a little bit of riding that we've done around getting it here to the office.
Yeah.
The amount of people giving us a thumbs up and pulling the cameras out of this bike.
And I bet you're going to get more of that this week.
Hell, yeah.
Carl, you are the fundi, and I think that this is where a lot of the cost would come in. Electronics. Talk us through the electronics package, please.
Yeah, so it's standard, comes with 3 rider modes, range, standard, and sport. The one thing that's not on here that we have noticed is a quick shifter, which is going to be really missed.
Yeah.
Wheelie control, traction control, lean sensor control, you name it.
It's lean sensitive ABS.
Lean sensitive ABS.
Yeah.
So it's cornering ABS basically.
With the cold snap, has it got heated grips?
Yep.
Standard?
Yep.
It does. It's got, and the one thing I really enjoy just from turning it on is it's the touchscreen.
Yeah.
And it works with gloves. You know, every now and then you get that one glove that doesn't work properly.
Yeah.
It works great. And if you can't use the touchscreen, it's got 3 easy buttons.
Well, you have fiddled around with it because you're the electronics funny in the office. All easy to navigate and operate.
Easy to navigate and operate. The other nice thing is you can control your Bluetooth through on your phone, so you can see who's phoning.
You can take a phone call.
And it's simple. I got a telephone call from one of you guys on the way over here, and I just hit the green button. It connected to my Midlands headset on my helmet, and I hit the green button, and there you go. Presto, you guys were there.
I mean, the screen might look small itself. I mean, it's not the biggest. It's what?
It's about average for a road bike.
Yeah, it's 4.3
Do
inches.
you really want a big chunky screen on a motorbike like
what
this?
it shows you, the information it shows you, and the clarity, especially in the sun, is
that's cool.
That's the good part.
And it brings out the Boy Scouts in you because it's got a compass on the bottom right hand corner of the dashboard.
There we go. So let's get this thing. Our plan for this week, we've got it for a full week, which is magic. Thank you to Indian Motorcycle. It's great. We're going to take it out to the FKR track, which is just down the road here in Snake Road. It's a very tight, twisty track. You might ask us why we're doing that. The answer is very simple. Does it go as good as it looks? I'm pretty sure it's going to be fast with a big 1200cc engine.
FTR, Flat Track Racer.
FTR at the FKR track.
FK track.
Yeah, there we go.
FK, yeah.
And we've got a pretty fast rider coming to ride it, and, he's very experienced. He's ridden all sorts of motorbikes.
He actually built the competitor's brand.
Yeah.
Their
into a racer.
No, he had one of their flat trackers, and he built it up, and he actually changed that to Ducati front end.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what he says about this.
Suspension, I think he's going to love
So
it.
we're going to do that, and then we're just going to ride it around for the week. We'll be back, and we'll tell you all about it. Right, Jason's coming in. He's done about 20 laps today.
Smiles all the way, eh? Yo,
Come on, Jay, you
Can
got
I
to turn
switch
it off.
off?
Yeah, switch off, please.
how awesome is this thing?
You enjoying it?
It handles like a dream. Stock tires around a go-kart track. This weight, you don't actually feel it. It's crazy how they've built this with all the right suspension. Sure, if you throw a set of race tires on, you could enter in a race.
Well, you've seen them racing these bagger things overseas. I
Yeah.
mean, this would smoke those kind of things.
And I mean,
know?
you could ride it on a tour to the track and have a flat out fun track day.
Brilliant.
And even at this short track, arms on sore.
So
very,
it's a
very
it's
awesome.
a relaxed
It's
race
a
bike.
relaxed race bike, and
Yeah.
it's so pretty.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful, but like I say, the brakes work like you cannot believe. I mean, they should have overheated around here already,
Yeah,
but no problems, and it doesn't feel heavy.
yeah.
It doesn't feel heavy at all. It's
And planted handling, perfect.
handling planted. It's we could do a little bit more setup, I suppose, for riding style for me around this short track, but it's got all the necessary trick bits on it, which is just a little bit of adjustment, you know.
Yes, that's brilliant.
So I love it. I'm not going to give it back today.
Yeah. We're gonna, Indian South Africa, we're going to keep it for a month. Sorry for you.
What a beautiful, awesome all-rounder, eh?
Brilliant.
Just got the right things on it.
Lekker. Right, come on, off you go.
Cool.
2 more laps. Then you can come in for your pudding. From the track, the guys jumped onto the bike and headed out onto the freeways all around Johannesburg, just through obviously some really busy traffic. This bike is super comfortable to ride, very relaxed riding posture, and it just makes you want to act like a little bit of a hooligan. After a very short trip, we were at the gate to Fort Klapperkop. Sadly, from the Pretoria side, it's all chained up, so you can't head up into the mountain from there. But we know a shortcut. If you go around the back through the suburbs of Pretoria, there's some very upmarket houses and things up there. It's really, really beautiful. To the very top of the mountain, there's a second gate at the top, which is open. It's free for the public to go and see, and you can go and ride those twisties. It's absolutely brilliant. And you might just check a bookie or two while you're out there. So weekend, and what fun we had, eh, boys? Hey, tell me a little bit about it. Shauno, what's your opinion?
It's too small for me.
Yeah,
That's my only gripe. It's too small for me.
and you'll see in the photographs. He's a long oak.
2 meters tall.
It's
Whatever.
your fault. It's not the bike's fault.
My folks used a long weekend, not a tea break.
Yeah, absolutely.
The peg sits a little bit high, so actually I'm sitting like that now. The angle of my knee over here,
Yeah.
I had my jeans bunched up behind my knees and cutting off my circulation,
Okay.
which just made me ride faster so I could get to my destination quicker.
Oh, there we go.
So, but otherwise, handling, the lack of wide handlebar, it makes you want to. It's sort of super motardy, sort of speedway. You up there, you want to do silly things with this bike. It's and the power.
Yeah.
The power. You just want to hang on the gas the whole time. You just look.
Can you guys comment on the feel? What's the overall
Feels solid and planted.
and quality?
Yeah.
solid quality.
Yeah.
Solid,
Quality.
Yeah.
There's no shake, rattle, and roll.
No.
This is a well thought out, well built motorcycle, and I think the overall performance matches the goodies that are fitted to it.
No, like we said the other day, 405k sounds like a lot of money,
Yeah.
but when it's been just over a week that we've had the bike now,
Yeah.
and you start realizing, yes, okay, so the carbon fiber is pretty, and carbon fiber we all know is expensive, especially when it's done to this quality. The trellis frame is expensive, but when you get onto the 43mm forks and they're fully adjustable, the piggyback rear shock, also by Olin's, fully adjustable as well.
And it
You
all
start understanding
Yeah.
where that 405k comes into it.
Yeah.
It's almost as if someone in Indian said, I want to build a dream bike with my own components.
Absolutely. Where does this bike fit, Carl? Let's talk about that now.
Yeah, I think it's got its own style and uniqueness, but I do think it sort of fits between like the Diavels and the
R90, the Monster,
the Monsters
the
kind of
VMAX,
a thing. But at the same time, it's got its own personality. Those are all within the same. This is just, I think, one step above it. You know, that's definitely where I.
Guys, I lived on a VMAX for 200,000 kilometers, the original VMAX, and one day I'll probably own another one. This reminds me so much of that bike. It's fast, it's comfortable.
This can turn though, VMAX.
Oh no! Look, this doesn't wobble like the VMAX used to either. Guys, despite the fact that it's long and all that sort of thing, the handling is absolutely phenomenal.
Well, look what Jay said when he rode on the track the other day.
Absolute.
He
couldn't believe how it turns.
The other thing, I mean, it's 230 kilos this, and when you pick it up and move around, it doesn't feel big and
doesn't feel like
it. When you ride it, you actually feel nice and nimble, even though it's long.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel top heavy. It feels great, especially moving.
What I will say about the weight though is you've got to be very cognizant of your tire pressures.
Yeah.
When we picked the bike up, the tire pressures were a little bit low.
Yeah.
And suddenly you could feel the weight.
It feels heavy, of course.
Yeah. It starts becoming hard to turn, and the front wheel starts dropping around. Get the tires back up to the correct pressures, and suddenly it becomes light and nimble.
Whole new motorcycle.
Yeah,
Really mental.
Yeah, crazy.
Carl, quickly talk us through the electronics. That's the one. That's where I figure a lot of the cost comes in. As standard, they give you so much on this motorbike, and as predicted, we missed the quick shifter, boys.
Yeah, so definitely missing the quick shifter. Sean put the Bluetooth unit on, and it was talking to his earphones and everything like that.
It picked it up kind of automatically. Yeah.
Pretty much short, sweet, and simple. The 3 rider modes I played with. The one thing I did notice is on the bottom end, on each individual rider mode, it feels pretty much the same until you're about 4,000 RPM. Then you can feel the different characters, feel that different linear power curves and everything like that.
So at the bottom it feels similar. It's when
it
starts
feels,
revving.
As soon as you go, and then you sit like, let's say 5,000 RPM, that fly-by-wire, it's very twitchy.
But
very twitchy.
that makes sense because it develops the majority of its 120 horses and 180 newton meters of torque at 6,000 RPM.
Yeah.
So that's where your traction control is going to, especially if in rain mode or something like that, that's where it's really going to kick in properly, and you're going to want it to.
Yeah, I mean, turning the traction control, if you want to do a wheelie, it's got wheelie control. Prevented me every time, but I'm actually quite happy about
managed this high.
You know,
we'll show you the photos. This high.
It was quite.
My granny can wheelie higher than that.
It was quite twitchy, and then when you are sitting there, the last thing I do is flip 4,500 rand. Yeah. But over a little wet patch, and you open it, the rear end lights up, and even when it gets onto the dry, it still lights up. It goes, so it puts that power.
Could you feel the slipper clutch, boys?
Yep. You get off the gas, and you start stomping on the gear lever. You coming off the speeds that I was riding into a stop or something like that, and the back wheel with the I mean, I think the ball's like, I can't remember the specs, but it's like got coffee cans for pistons.
Yeah.
And that's generally, if you kick it down too quickly through the gears,
it'll
start hopping and juddering in the background.
Yeah.
And this one just rolled in, and it just and the pop and the crackle from the rather strangled Akrapovic.
Yeah. Hey, boys, it needs a proper pipe.
I've got it.
That's got a proper pop. We need to get.
We were so tempted to take a drill through it, but then we figured out what the cost was. I don't think that Indian motorcycle would be very impressed if that's what we had done. But even on the track, Jason was saying, "Damn, this thing's beautiful, but it needs a pipe. It needs to breathe, and I bet you it will breathe better with a decent pipe." Well, it is a decent pipe with a less restricted pipe.
The one thing I kept saying is, and you were saying to me, I said, "There's something missing with it.
Yeah.
It's just, it's got the everything. It's got the. It looks got the hey-wow, and it. You know, at 6,000 RPM, it's got the hey-wow, but between that, it's missing also. I think you got that. It's going to bring this bike alive.
More that brashness to it.
Yeah, it's going to bring that.
A bike like this needs to roar. It mustn't be put in a box. As simple as that. So, guys, that's the FTR 1200 flat tracker from Indian Motorcycle. I think of the product range, this is probably my favorite motorbike. we'll ride more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good that you hesitated, you know.
Well, you say that, but I mean, with that little Scout bobber we rode, that
That bobber was
also
magic.
put power down and it
Now we
flew
started,
down.
yeah.
But anyway, that's for a different story for a different day.
I think
Absolutely.
that was I liked it because it's more comfortable for me for my height. But let's talk about the chieftains and the chiefs. And
Well,
Well, more-
Indian.
we're
you know
going to
what
arrange
want?
more Indian tests over the next couple of months. And guys, if you're into something that is absolutely unique, this is one motorbike that you need to go and have a look at. Indian Motorcycle is just in out Santon Way. You can give them a shout. They have demo models, and we'll put the details down at the end of this test.